Episode 1, Chaos Comes to Equestria, Series Premiere. Rouge the Bat, a native of the planet Mobius, now found herself on the planet of Equestria in the city of Manhattan. An unexpected lightning storm is now blasting the city. Rouge follows the lightning until she reaches a clothing boutique known as Rarity for You. Rouge breaks into the boutique by kicking the door down. Rarity's security system alarms the Manhattan police of a break-in. Rouge very quickly searches the store for the yellow Chaos Emerald, which she finds in the back of the store. Rouge picks up the Chaos Emerald. Rouge to herself, "Come to Mama." Rouge is no rookie when it comes to breaking and entering. She knows that the police will arrive shortly. Rouge, having found what she was looking for, decides it's time to go. But before she leaves, Rouge decides to steal one of Rarity's hoof-stitched shoulder bags to stash the yellow Chaos Emerald in. Little did Rouge realize she was also being filmed on Rarity's video surveillance camera. Rouge exits the store and flies away from the scene just moments before the police arrive. It was the beginning of another summer in Ponyville. As night began to fall in this quiet and tranquil hamlet, an unexpected electrical storm began to brew in the big city of Manhattan. Little did every pony realize at this time that this electrical storm would affect every town, city, province, land, air, and sea in all Equestria. No pony could have foreseen that the destruction of the planet Mobius, several galaxies away, would cause such an event in Equestria. But there was one pony in Equestria who was experiencing deja vu. Princess Luna always had visions that this day would arrive in Equestria. Little did Princess Luna realize these visions and feelings of deja vu was actually her keen intellect she received from being trapped in the moon for over a millennia. For in those 1,000 years of being trapped in the heavens, she was given the gift of infinite wisdom. As this fateful day drew closer and closer, Princess Luna began having extremely vivid dreams of Mobius, its inhabitants, the Chaos Emeralds, and ultimately the planet's demise at the hands of the Metarex. In addition to these dreams, Princess Luna would also suffer from headaches. Much to the dismay of Princess Luna, the day she had been seeing in her dreams has now become reality. With the first round of severe electrical outbursts now striking the massive city of Manhattan, Princess Luna has no other choice but to tell her older sister, Princess Celestia, of this event she has known would happen for hundreds of years. Princess Celestia knows the situation could be a potentially apocalyptic event for Equestria. Princess Celestia has called for an emergency meeting involving all Equestria royalty, the Harnessers of Harmony, and the Wonderbolts. As these events are unfolding, the Ponyville fashionista, known as Rarity, was beginning to settle in for the evening when she receives a very ominous phone call from Detective Shamrock of the Manhattan Police Department. "Hello, this is Rarity." "Hello, Miss Rarity. I'm Detective Shamrock of the Manhattan Police Department." "Oh my, what is the trouble, Detective?" "Your store here in Manhattan has been broken into a few hours ago. We would have called you sooner, Miss Rarity, but our phone lines were being interfered with by some sort of electrical storm." "Oh my goodness, please tell me all my employees are safe." "Yes, the store was closed for the evening, Miss Rarity. We've investigated the security camera footage, and we saw something very alarming on it. It appears that a large female dressed like a bat broke into your store and stole a very large emerald or gem from inside the store." "That's impossible. I don't keep my gems or diamonds lying around the store, and my gem safes require my hoofprint. I'll be down in Manhattan in a couple of hours. What should I do when I arrive?" Come down to the station located at 2365 Skylark Boulevard. Ask for me, Detective Shamrock, and I will be happy to escort you to your store. Thank you ever so much, Detective. I will see you soon. Rarity hangs up with Detective Shamrock and calls Sky Cab Corps. Hello, I need a Sky Cab to Manhattan, please. Yes, I need one right away. In about an hour, the Sky Cab Corps arrives at Rarity's studio in Ponyville. She boards the cab and departs for Manhattan. Little did she realize that she couldn't have left at a worse time. Within 5 minutes of her departure, two major events would occur. The first was that Ponyville was about to be hit with the most intense of all the electrical storms that would occur in Equestria during this event. The second event that occurred was about to pop out of Spike the Dragon's sleepy mouth. Twilight Sparkle's castle. Spike wakes up from his sleep coughing up an urgent message from Princess Celestia. Spike pulls the scroll message out of his mouth and exhaustedly walks up to Twilight's loft. Gee, Spike, I guess all this lightning woke you up finally. I've never seen anything like it. The lightning didn't wake me, Twilight, but this scroll I coughed up is another story. But you are correct, this lightning is intense. Well, and did you notice there aren't any storm clouds in the sky at all? Spike, can you turn on the lights so I can read the scroll you just received? It must be important if Princess Celestia feels the need to send one in the middle of the night. The power is out, Twilight. Not a problem. Uses her unicorn horn to light up the page. Dear Princess Twilight Sparkle, we have an urgent emergency situation happening in Equestria. These electrical storms are the reasoning for this message. Twilight, I need you to assemble the Harnessers of Harmony and report to Canterlot Castle immediately. I will send a transport to the Wishing Well in the center of Ponyville. The transport should arrive in about an hour. My sister Princess Luna will brief you and your team, along with the Wonderbolts, once you arrive here at Canterlot Castle. Sincerely, Princess Celestia. Well, the Wonderbolts too? This must be something huge. You could say that again. I'm not sure how Rainbow Dash is going to respond to seeing Soren again. Well, if Equestria is in danger, you know you can count on Soren and Rainbow Dash to put their personal differences aside and work together. Shakes her head. I'm not so sure, Spike. We better get moving. Grab a handful of scrolls and a quill, just in case the princess tries to contact me again. You got it. Oh, so much for sleep. Twilight Sparkle and Spike leave the castle to go and assemble their team. Twilight decides to send Spike into town to wake up the other ponies, while she flies off to Rainbow Dash's house. Meanwhile, Rarity arrives in Manhattan. She has already met with Detective Shamrock and is at her store, Rarity for You. As you can see, the intruder kicked in the door. Don't you find it odd that nothing else was stolen? I mean, it was like they knew what they wanted before they even entered. Odd? Miss Rarity, after the night we've had, odd has been normal tonight. A cloudless lightning storm? I've seen a lot of things, but that was a first. That is strange. Speaking of strange, I'm pulling up the security footage of the break-in. You said there was an odd-looking pony who broke in? Yeah, and that's another first. Well, she's definitely not a pony. Rarity uses her unicorn horn to copy the video into her memory. That emerald she stole from the back of the store is not my emerald. Are you sure? Yes, it's like I told you over the phone. I keep all my gems and stones in these safes. I would never keep a piece of that carrot in any of my stores. Care to open up your safes just to make sure nothing else was stolen? Rarity leads Detective Shamrock to her office, and she opens up her gem safes. Nothing is missing, Detective. Well, other than a designer bag she stole. The audacity of this thief. Do you know how much work went into hoof-stitching my face onto all those bags? Not a clue, Miss Rarity, but look at the bright side. She didn't do much other damage other than to your door. Rarity fires a glance at the detective. Look, why don't you check into the hotel up the street and get some rest? We've already put out an Equestria-wide APB out on her. If she turns up, we will arrest her. Well, I have everything I need. I suppose a good night's rest is prudent. Thank you, Detective Shamrock. Rarity and Detective Shamrock leave the store. Rarity checks into the hotel for the evening. Meanwhile, back in Ponyville, the electrical storm is continuing to rage out of control. The high winds are making it difficult for Twilight Sparkle to fly, as she struggles to fly up to Rainbow Dash's house. Rainbow Dash is shocked to see her friend Twilight at this late of an hour.
Twilight, what in Equestria are you doing here? This storm is brutal. Please, come inside.
No time, Dash. We've been summoned to Canterlot Castle. All of Equestria is in a state of emergency. Do you have any answers for this storm?
No, we didn't have any storm scheduled until next week.
Okay, Dash. I need you to report to the wishing well in the center of town. We are waiting on the transport for Princess Celestia. In the meantime, I need to fly over to Sweet Apple Acres and get Applejack.
No way, Twilight. I can't let you fly over there. I'm a much better flyer than you. No offense.
None taken.
It's just these winds are horrible, and the lightning is much worse over towards Sweet Apple Acres. You meet up with the rest of the girls, and I'll go for Applejack.
Well, you're right. You are the best flyer in Equestria. Just please be safe, Dash. Winks.
Piece of cake. I got this.
Both ponies leave Rainbow Dash's house. Twilight returns to Ponyville to meet her friends, the Harnessers of Harmony, at the Wishing Well. The Harnessers of Harmony include Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, and Fluttershy, so one can now see why Rarity's departure from Ponyville to Manhattan was bad timing. Each of these 6 ponies harnesses one of the 6 elements of harmony, which is used to protect Equestria in times of disharmony. As both ponies arrive at their destinations, a blue hedgehog is cautiously making his way through Ponyville. This hedgehog is from the planet Mobius, and is known as Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic is Mobius's main hero, and he is well aware that the electrical storm he is witnessing is being caused by a Chaos Emerald that is entering Equestria. Sonic continues to follow the lightning, but little did he realize he was actually tracking the Master Emerald. Sweet Apple Acres. Rainbow Dash pounding on Applejack's door. Applejack opens the door and pulls Rainbow Dash inside. Have you plumb lost your mind, Rainbow? What were you thinking coming over here in a storm like this?
Hi, Apple family. Well, she's right. Now I know you're brave and all, Rainbow Dash, but this trip of yours is just silly. Yeah, you could have been hurt.
Yup.
Applejack, I didn't come here for a social visit. We need to meet the other girls at the Wishing Well in Ponyville.
I ain't going anywhere in this storm.
Princess Celestia wants our team to meet in Canterlot for an emergency meeting. We need to meet up with the girls now. Twilight is assembling the rest of our team.
Can't we wait for this to stop first? As Rainbow Dash continues to convince Applejack to brave out the storm, an earthquake begins to shake Sweet Apple Acres. This was not an earthquake caused by Equestria's tectonic plates, but was the result of the Master Emerald Temple now landing in the middle of Sweet Apple Acres.
Don't leave, sis. I'm scared. First lightning and now an earthquake? I tell you what, this might be the end. Come on, Applejack. Can't you see why Princess Celestia has called us to Canterlot Castle?
Oh, all right. We better get a move on then. Rainbow Dash and Applejack head outside. Big Mac, please take care of Apple Bloom. Rainbow Dash looks up at the sky.
What the?
Applejack is in shock as the Master Emerald Temple lowers into Sweet Apple Acres. I ain't leaving, Rainbow Dash. What is that thing?
I don't know. Why do you think we're going to Canterlot for?
That thing has an enormous emerald inside it.
We really need to go.
The Master Emerald Temple continues to lower itself into Sweet Apple Acres. Oh, I hope everything's going to be all right while I'm gone. All right, let's go, Rainbow Dash. Applejack reluctantly follows Rainbow Dash towards Ponyville. As the Harnesses of Harmony assemble at the Wishing Well in Ponyville, both the lightning and the earthquake stop. The Master Emerald and its temple have completely landed at Sweet Apple Acres. Sonic the Hedgehog also notices the calming in Ponyville. Sonic is a few hundred feet from the Wishing Well and realizes that the Chaos Emeralds have transported him to a planet that has intelligent life. He spots the Harnesses of Harmony gathering in front of the well. Sonic decides to hide next to a Ponyville shop and listen to the conversation Twilight was having with her team. Spike, are you absolutely sure that Rarity is not home? I already told you, Twilight. I went in myself and she's not there.
Maybe all this storming tonight scared her. I know I'm scared, but at least the storm has stopped.
Twilight fidgeting. Come on, Rainbow Dash and Applejack. I hope they're okay. Spike coughing up a scroll message from Princess Celestia. Sonic is shocked by this. Sonic to himself. Poor guy. Just spit up some paper. Ugh.
Spike, what does it say?
Twilight, the transport should be arriving in Ponyville in about 3 minutes. Have you assembled the harnesses of harmony? I have my scroll and quill ready, Twilight. Sonic continues to watch. Dear Princess Celestia, yes, my team is assembled. Things have been crazy here in Ponyville with lightning and earthquakes. We are currently still waiting for Rainbow Dash to arrive with Applejack. Once they arrive, we will be on our way. One last note. Regretfully, Rarity will not be attending the emergency meeting tonight. She was not at home. Sincerely, Princess Twilight Sparkle. Spike blows his fire onto the scroll, sending the message to Princess Celestia. Sonic to himself. How bizarre. I know there has to be a Chaos Emerald around here somewhere with all the lightning I saw. Applejack and Rainbow Dash arrive.
Oh, thank goodness you made it safely. Sorry it took so long, but it was a chore getting Applejack to leave Sweet Apple Acres.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say. You don't have a big temple with a big green shine of emerald sitting on top of your cloud dominium. What? Well, when that transport gets here, instruct them to fly over Sweet Apple Acres, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Sonic to himself. I've been tracking the Master Emerald. Now I've got to find this Sweet Apple Acres. But before we go to Canterlot, Rainbow Dash, I need to inform you that Soren will also be attending this emergency meeting, along with the Wonderbolts. Why did you tell her, Twilight? Now she won't go. Oh, no, she's going all right. After she forced me to leave my petrified sister while that emerald thing was landing on my apple orchard.
Don't worry about it, every pony. This clearly is an emergency. I can handle seeing my estranged husband.
Well, that's great, because our chariot has arrived.
Wait, where's Rarity?
She's not at home. It's okay, though. We can fill her in later. The harnessers of harmony board the chariot. Sonic breathes a sigh of relief as the chariot takes off. Sonic is overjoyed to know that the Master Emerald is nearby, and is also happy that the emeralds have transported him and his friends to a safe planet. Now, with complete privacy, Sonic begins to search for the Master Emerald. Meanwhile, aboard the Harnessers of Harmony's flying chariot, the chariot is now flying over Sweet Apple Acres. Right there, Twilight! Look! Applejack pointing to the Master Emerald. Boys, fly closer to that pyramid thing with the emerald. Spike, grab the camera and take a picture of that so we can report our findings to Princess Celestia. You got it. Spike takes a picture of the Master Emerald and the temple it sits on. Twilight takes the photo from the camera and begins shaking it.
Are you okay seeing Soren tonight, Rainbow Dash? I'll be fine, every pony. We have more important issues to worry about than the destruction of my marriage to Soren.
Well, it's just you haven't seen him since he was kissing with that other pony. I'm sorry, Dash. We shouldn't be talking about this.
That's Soren. He's the meanest of mean. He makes me just want to say,
easy, Pinky. Well, for one, I admire your courage, Rainbow Dash. You are putting your personal differences aside for Equestria.
Like I said before, every pony, I'm gonna be fine. I've completely cut Soren out of my life. The only thing that might set me off is if I still see my cutie mark commitment ring attached to his ear.
Do you actually think Soren hasn't hoof-stamped those divorce documents yet?
Well, the Supreme Equestrian Court has yet to give me a finalization date of our divorce proceedings, so that means Soren either hasn't hoof-stamped it yet, or the court is taking its sweet time with it. But we will know for sure after tonight, because if I see my cutie mark on his ear, that means he hasn't hoof-stamped the divorce papers.
Well, we all know you hoof-stamped. Looking at Rainbow Dash's commitment ring scar on her left ear. Well, let's all hope he did hoof-stamp, because if not, that ring will still be on his ear. As the chariot flies over Canterlot Castle, Rainbow Dash immediately spots Soren with his leg draped all over fellow Wonderbolt Blaze. Rainbow Dash is enraged, not only by Soren's lack of morals, but over her friend Blaze's betrayal. However, little did Rainbow Dash realize that Soren was unable to stand on one of his legs. His pan disease was starting to affect his tendons, making it hard for him to walk. Soren never told his wife Rainbow Dash of his fatal disease. He felt the burden would be too much to bear for Rainbow Dash. Also, at this moment, Rouge, the white female bat who broke into Rarity for you earlier in the evening, was also flying above Canterlot Castle. Rouge, who was now in possession of a Chaos Emerald, was intrigued by the large late-night gathering at Canterlot Castle. Rouge knew she would not have to get close to be able to eavesdrop on the action. She could hear quite well with bat ears. Harnessers of Harmony's chariot.
That miserable pig of a pony! What, does he think I can't see him with his hoof draped all over my friend Blaze? I am so sorry, Rainbow Dash. Oh, he's the one who's going to be sorry when this chariot lands.
Shall I get a scroll to document this?
Spike,
Please remain calm, Dash. Remember why we are here.
don't worry, Twilight. I will stay focused once we're inside, but this is just too much.
The chariot lands. Twilight buries her head in her two front hooves. On the castle entrance ramp, Soren still stands with his leg around Blaze. You might want to take your hoof off me, Soren. I'll try, but I'm in a lot of pain. Soren grimaces in pain as he puts his leg down. Are you ready to see her? Nope. Rouge listens from the sky above Canterlot Castle. The Harnessers of Harmony exit their chariot. Twilight exits the chariot first and allows her team to exit. Go on ahead, girls. I will join you in a minute. All of the Harnessers of Harmony walk right past Soren, turning their heads. Dash. Rainbow Dash slaps Soren across the face. Twilight Sparkle and Rouge's jaws drop.
What, Soren? You think I didn't see you with your hoof around Blaze? It wasn't enough you broke my heart with some random pony, but now you're all over my friend Blaze. Blaze, how could you do this to me?
You don't understand.
What wouldn't I understand? Soren, you are by far the worst pony to ever be a part of my life. And what's worse, you still betray my cutie mark.
Rainbow Dash referring to Soren's wedding ring that has Rainbow Dash's cutie mark on it, which is still contractually attached to his ear.
Please, if you ever remotely cared or loved me at all, please hoof stamp those divorce documents so my cutie mark commitment ring detaches itself from your ear.
Rainbow Dash begins to cry as she walks up the ramp. Applejack nuzzles Rainbow Dash for comfort. Hang in there, Dash. I can't believe the nerve of that pony.
He is such a coward. He still refuses to show the same love scar I have. Why? Why does he continue to betray my cutie mark? What did I do wrong, Applejack?
Sugar Cube, you did everything right. Always remember, he's the one who gave up. Using her wing to wipe away a tear.
Thanks, Applejack.
Back at the base of the ramp, Twilight shakes her head at Soren. Twilight walks towards Soren. Blaze, I would like a minute alone with Soren. I don't think I can do that. It'll be fine, Blaze. I will be in a moment. Blaze walks away. I would have slapped you too, Soren. Twilight, mind your own business. This is between me and Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash is my business. Or did you forget that I'm the Princess of Friendship? Please tell me you didn't send one of your little notes to Princess Celestia. Oh, I did months ago. What you've done to Rainbow Dash is absolutely deplorable. And what's more, it's forbidden. Don't lecture me, Twilight. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through right now. What you're going through? You have absolutely no idea what you have done to that pony.
Rainbow Dash gave you every fiber of her soul. I was there the day she hoof-stamped those divorce documents and the ring with your cutie mark fell off her ear. I was there when her heart was completely shattered and my mane soaked with Rainbow Dash's tears. So yes, I do understand, Soren. You are a poor excuse for a pony, and in that room is a pony who has been completely shattered by you. Her happiness, her zest for life and adventure, her warm, caring heart was betrayed by you. Rainbow is right. You are a coward. I'm not a coward. You don't think this hurts me? No, not at all. Your actions tonight with Blaze prove that. With Blaze, it's not what it looked like. I hurt myself landing the other day. Blaze was merely helping me stand. Twilight chuckles. Wow, that was a good one. Please, Soren, as the Princess of Friendship, I order you to stamp those divorce documents. I love Rainbow Dash. I will never stamp those pages. Let me tell you one last thing, because I've wasted enough time on you. Rainbow Dash harnesses the element of harmony known as loyalty. That element could not have found a better recipient than Rainbow Dash, because she was loyal to you and brave enough to admit that she failed in a friendship commitment known as love. She is brave enough to walk or fly through Equestria with that indignant scar on her left ear, showing she failed in the most significant relationship of all, love. You do not share in that bravery. Instead, you continue to betray her and everything her cutie mark stands for. So with one last effort, I implore you to share in that failure. Stamp those documents so you can live in Equestria with the same scars she does, signaling to every other pony that you're a failure of love. She did nothing wrong to you, and she must bear that scar to every pony in Equestria, when in reality, you should be the one who bears the scar most because you're the real failure, not Rainbow Dash. Twilight Sparkle turns away and walks up the ramp. Twilight enters the castle. Twilight to Blaze. He's all yours. Blaze exits the castle to help Soren up the ramp. Soren limping up the ramp. Blaze allows him to put his leg up. Why don't you just tell Rainbow Dash the truth? As your wife, she took a vow for this kind of stuff. Yeah, till death do us part. The death part is coming soon. Blaze, I could not allow the pony I still love so much to see me go through this awful disease. It would kill her not to see me walk, eventually fly, and in a couple of months I will basically be lying in a bed waiting for death to take me. No, this way is much easier. Rouge, still hovering over the castle. Wow, this is better than a soap opera. I'm inviting myself to this party. Meanwhile, inside the castle, all the ponies are waiting outside the throne room.
Rainbow, you and I are going to the beach when this whole ordeal is over. We can sit in the sun, listen to music, have some apple cider, and not care about anything.
Actually, I'd be down for that. Applejack, how about you?
No way. Sorry, girls, but I got that huge temporal emerald thingy on my apple orchard, and my family was a bit shook up when I was leaving last night. I honestly need to tend to them first. Twilight Sparkle and Spike walk over to the girls. We should be getting ready to start soon.
Twilight, I'm sorry for causing a scene out there.
Oh, Dash, it's fine. Honestly, no pony could blame you for your outburst. Soren has put you through months of heartache and frustration, and it all kind of came out. Prince Shining Armor exits the throne room. We're ready to begin. The Harnesses of Harmony and the Wonderbolts enter the throne room. Twilight gives her brother Shining Armor a kiss on the cheek. How are you, brother? Fine, given the circumstances. How's Flurry Heart? Great. She's so adept at magic at such a young age, I honestly forget how young she still is. How dire of a situation is this? No sure way of telling. Princess Luna has been having some intense memory flashes over this event, which is why she's the one presenting the information. The upper balcony doors open, and Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, and Princess Cadence make their entrance into the throne room. Here we go. As the ponies begin settling in for Princess Luna's presentation, the bat known as Rouge flies up to an open window to attempt to listen to the ponies' conversation. Rouge, however, didn't realize that Canterlot Castle is swarming with guards. And although she wasn't noticed yet, she soon would be. Inside the throne room, Rouge listening from a window.
Thank you, every pony, for making it this evening. I know the events of this evening has been quite a shock for every pony, and I humbly apologize for the late hour of this emergency conference, but we can ill afford to wait any longer to act. We must have a plan and be vigilant. I have assembled the best of the best here this evening because you, group of ponies, the Harnessers of Harmony and the Wonderbolts, are Equestria's best line of defense against a potential attack that we may face in these times. With that being said, I now turn the floor over to my sister Princess Luna, who has had visions that this day would eventually arrive. Thank you, my sister. As was stated, I have indeed foreseen the events of this evening. When I was trapped in the moon, I was able to see the universe. I saw past, present, and future events. However, when I was released from the moon, I started to have visions of these future events, the events that have unfolded this evening. I started having intense headaches about a month ago, and with them came these intense visions of a planet being destroyed. The planet I'm referring to is a planet called Mobius.
They're talking about us.
Now, the planet Mobius has something called Chaos Emeralds. They are much like our elements of harmony. They harness a great power, but unlike the elements of harmony, which can only be used for good, the Chaos Emeralds can cause catastrophic damage if they fall into the wrong hooves. In my visions, I was told that there are 7 Chaos Emeralds, and those emeralds are controlled by a much larger emerald called the Master Emerald. The Master Emerald's purpose is to control the immense power of the 7 smaller Chaos Emeralds. The Master Emerald currently sits in Sweet Apple Acres, according to the visions I have seen. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Princess Luna, but we saw the Master Emerald on our way over to the castle. I had Spike take a picture of it as we flew over Sweet Apple Acres. Spike hands the photo of the Master Emerald and its temple to Princess Luna. This photo proves that my visions are indeed accurate. This is the Master Emerald. Meanwhile, outside the castle.
Hey, you can't be up there! Oh, bat droppings. Guess I better get out of here.
Rouge goes to fly away. The guard is a unicorn, so he uses his magic horn to freeze Rouge into place.
Hey, I can't move. What's the big idea?
The guard lowers Rouge down to the ground. Trying to fight my magic is useless. You won't be able to fight your way free. I'm taking you to the throne room. Meanwhile, back inside the throne room. Princess Luna, you said that the planet Mobius was destroyed. Was it the Chaos Emeralds? No, a race of vicious planet brokers known as the Metarex destroyed Mobius. Everyone gasps. So are the Metarex coming to Equestria now that the Chaos Emeralds are here? I can't answer that question, Twilight. I have no memories or visions if these Metarex have been wiped out or if they are coming here next. The other bit of information that I have is that the Master Emerald chose our planet for its home. It appears that our planet and the planet Mobius are linked together by the perfect balance of harmony and chaos. Our elements of harmony and Mobius's Chaos Emeralds have now come together to form a perfect balance of both chaos and harmony here in Equestria. This event has been preordained. Guards open the doors and present Rouge to all the ponies who have gathered. We found this trespasser snooping around the window up there. This bat is wanted in Manhattan for breaking into this store. Guard hands Princess Celestia a bag with Rarity's store logo on it. That's why Rarity wasn't home this evening. She must have gone to Manhattan to check on her store. Princess Celestia takes the Chaos Emerald out of the bag.
Hey, don't touch that!
Guard tightens the force field of magic. Quiet! A Chaos Emerald. Princess Luna falls to the floor. She is having another vision. Let the prisoner go, gods. I have had visions of the inhabitants of Mobius, and this prisoner is one of the life forms that I have seen in my visions. The Chaos Emeralds are not the only things from Mobius which are now calling Equestria home. Are you saying this bat?
My name is Rouge.
Rouge, are you a survivor of the planet Mobius?
Yes, and I'm certainly not the only one either.